late, just follow my lead, you'll be okay, no way. You gotta think straight, cause if you're gonna do it just like me. Do it just like me. Do it just like me.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. That was Canvas, the new shoes that were just recently launched by Kizik. And we shot this project at the same time as shooting Kizik Athens, which you guys have probably seen the behind the scenes episode of a few weeks back. But that was such a crazy, intensive thing to try to pull off. We were pulling off 2 productions at the same time over the course of 4 days. Morning, we'd be shooting a scene for Athens. The next, we'd be splitting up to shoot 2 different scenes for Canvas. And I would not recommend doing that. The main lesson that I wanted to kind of highlight and call out from this project, the creative on this was inspired by an Apple ad where they were really kind of locked in on the phone, had unique perspective shots. And I think a lot of those shots were accomplished using 3D or some sort of like robot arm to make sure everything was perfectly locked, centered, and smooth. Or maybe they were doing on an LED wall. I'm not sure. But whatever it was very difficult to pull off practically. So that was the creative direction from Chris and the entire Kizik team. And this was definitely a secondary focus compared to Athens. Athens needed to require most of the time and attention. And so I really kind of handed off this project in a lot of ways to Josh, our DP, as far as pulling off the shots that we needed. They wanted to have the story and the highlight be about the shoe. And the shoe obviously needed to be the main focus of attention. So they wanted to do it by practically rigging off of the talent's leg some sort of contraption that made it so the camera was just perspective locked on the shoe. And that proved to be very difficult. We'd done it in the past for another project that we messed around with Kizik, but this one, they wanted to be very intentional. They wanted to be very locked off. And what was difficult about this was also the fact that we needed to capture the whole shoe without cutting any part of it off. So we needed to do that for both horizontal 16:9 and also vertical 9:16. So in many instances, we actually had to shoot it twice. We realized how much more difficult it was to have this rig working out and about, not in studio with cars going by, people walking, going up the curbs, different lights, shadows, all that stuff. It was actually very difficult to pull off practically. This actually took some editing magic as well. It took some motion tracking in post. It also took unique cropping and rotation of the camera throughout the entire time to make sure it looked interesting and stayed center frame without cutting off the toes or the heels. I'm really happy with how it turned out. We had some fun breaks in between the locked off shots of the shoe where we were able to engage at the coffee shop, where we are able to go to the bowling alley, different things like that to kind of help throughout the video to kind of keep switching up the pace. It's kind of the whole idea of don't let them know your next move. And I think that is important because right when people start to get in a rhythm and start to expect a cut on the beat or more of the same thing, you start losing their interest and their attention. Switching up scenes, making sure things look unique and have different feels is really, really important. And I'm happy with how we did that with this piece. Loved collaborating with the Kizik team, with our FilmLaab team on this. Super fun project. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and we will see you in the next breakdown.